Here is the book in its clamshell windowed tray case. The label is, as is the poster, a letterpress, a printing by the Steinauer Press, and which is used throughout the book. And here is the cover illustration, which is a palladium print of a collage. When I first started, I was too timid to use a pen or a brush, so the lines you see curling around are my hair, which started when I happened to lose a piece onto the collage and I thought it looked nice, and so I glued it down. So this again is a palladium print. Now you'll notice here a piece of acid-free tissue that I put in here so that especially during travel, so that the book doesn't jiggle around in the box. The dimensions of the book are 8.5 tall and 6 5/8 inches wide. Now, if I have goofed a little bit according to the paper that you receive regarding the specifications of the book, use the ones that are written. Okay, let me show the... It will come to you with a Mylar cover, which we feel is necessary because of the material that is used for binding the book, which is a silk paper. And because of that, what is beautiful and feels wonderful pays in terms of its fragility. It shouldn't have this rotten Mylar cover, but that's life. Okay, now the end papers are a picture of a reproduction of a John Cage manuscript that could have been used for the text to the book, but Cage chose to write a new poem for these pictures. However, we thought that this would be very pretty. So the first 6 staves are used in the front of the book, and in the back end papers are the last 6 staves. Again, this is the triple silk screened color laid down on Moriki Japanese end papers. And if you touch them, the grease from your hands or otherwise will scar terribly. So beauty pays. And there will be acid-free interleaving tissue throughout the book. I often slide the box under here at the beginning to give a little support to the book. The paper is Lana acid-free paper. And you will note this peculiar construction with a folded edge at the top, which is glued to tabs in the gutter. Again, letterpress printing in 2 colors of ink, brown here, and on the title page it alternates green, brown, green, brown, green, brown, which I mixed so that they would be almost imperceptible in their color change. Okay. Now again, here is this peculiar structure, and that has been done because each photograph of the 40 pictures is mounted in a debossed, very shallow debossed mark, so it appears as if the picture is in a little window, and you can't deboss both sides of a piece of paper. Here's something I rigged up to dedicate this gift to Nicholas Barker. Now, because of the construction, this open page again, it's kind of a three-handed book. You have to put your finger here when you turn the page so that this little corner does not crimp upon itself and bend up. Okay, and the same, I'm not going to do each one because you will get the idea. See, this is loose. This is loose, so you have to hold this and turn the page carefully. And the pictures, I hope you can see when the camera gets a little closer, sit in a little debossed mark. Up a little bit. Yeah, there, good. Okay, so this little line here around is the plate mark from the indentation into which the picture is mounted. And you cannot deboss both sides of one sheet of paper, hence this structure. And then when we turn the page, the next picture again will have the plate marks. Yeah, get real close on one side of that. Yeah, I'll back up a little bit. There, perfect, perfect. So that's the reason for the structure. Okay, now I'm going to skip to the fold out. But each page needs to be turned with great care so as not to crimp. Okay, here is the fold out, which is the last little sequence of two pictures and the last bit of text. And this, you know, it's not difficult. You just have to remember as you're turning the pages to not allow that corner in the gutter to mess up that gutter corner. And then it goes all the way to the end. You see, here's the last page, again with this same construction of a loose gutter edge. And then comes the back end papers. And that's it. The Achilles heel has been demonstrated.